Hi, WISER Nation. Good evening, people. Good evening. Who is live? Who is live? Hi. Hi. Adebingbe, how you doing? Hi, Abiola. It's a great evening. How's your day been? Hope it's been as good as mine or even better. I've had a fantastic day. Demanding. Yeah. Dr. Ajakpovi, how you doing? Biology, hi. Name. Good to see you, Ata. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Mama. Welcome. Hi, Thikla. Thikla, please pronounce your name for me. Write it in, what do you call it? Use the pronunciation sounds or what do you call those things? You know what I mean? Transcription, yeah? Okay. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Cousin. Steph. How are ya? Odoms. Fun. Akengo. Chizurum. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Had a good day? Ewoma Luther Abegunde. Hi. Good. Hi, Ekoma. How you doing? Welcome. Jerry Manuel, good evening. Teresa Eshet, good evening. I'll wave right back at you. Yin Laefa. Idowu Tofumi Mary. Welcome, everybody. Hope your day has been good. How has it been coping with the alarms? I was very proud of myself today. Every time my audit alarm rang, I was like, yeah, I've used my time wisely. As in today was back to back, 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 back. I was so proud. So proud. How was it for you? How was it for you? It was such a full day for me. Okay, so we're jumping right in. Is this time correct? Is it really 8:03? It's already 8:03. And this morning we stopped at verse 15. So we'll proceed. Had a really sweet day. My alarm rang every hour. I prayed for Nigeria. I felt so sweet. Oh, that's nice. Yes, during my prayer for Nigeria, I was with other people. So I asked them to join me and they did. And they had that look on their face like, what was that about? But because we were all busy, I didn't even bother explaining to them. We finished. I kept my straight face. We kept on doing what we were doing. I am getting wiser. Yes, wiser. I am getting wiser each day. Hey, 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 hey. I am getting wiser. Yes, wiser. I am going above the shadows of foolishness into the presence of wisdom. Into the presence of wisdom. The Anlayefa. I am getting wiser each day. Thank you for writing the song. The day went by so fast. Always my vibe is contagious. Thank you so much. So let's jump into our discourse for today. Okay. Verse 15. Let's touch verse 15 again and then we'll proceed. 15 says, a miserable heart means a miserable life. A cheerful heart fills the day with song. And we were hoping that today we will all have hearts filled with cheer that will cause us to sing through the day. Hmm. But a miserable heart will make for a miserable life because it's more difficult to give what it's almost impossible to give what you don't have. If you feel miserable within, everything will be seen through the lenses of misery. So let's assume that this is misery, right? Let's assume that this is misery, right? your heart is miserable. So, guess what? Everything you see will be through the lens of misery. The truth is, no matter how bright the light is, when I'm wearing this, it seems like the light is dim. So when I am miserable, no matter how good things are around me, I will not fully appreciate the beauty because I'll be seeing them through the lens of of misery. That is why we want to protect our hearts so much against misery, because misery will keep us from seeing properly. So don't play with misery. Don't keep company with it. Don't take it for granted. It will taint and tint your sight. It will taint and tint. It will give you a filter through which everything will be seen. And it will also attract you to miserable people because misery likes company. When you're in a dysfunction, it's kind of easy to find people who are dysfunctional like you, and then you keep company with them and you rub off each other, you feed each other's dysfunction. If you want to steal something at that time, your friend who steals might become appealing to you because she will not judge you, she will steal with you and people will laugh about it. Keep misery far. Verse 16 says, a simple life, a simple life in the fear of God, a simple life in law, a simple life in order is better than a rich life with a ton of headache. This is not saying that riches bring headache. No. It's saying if you were to choose between having a simple life with the fear of God and a rich life with the headache, please choose this. Now, this is wisdom speaking. Remember, wisdom is the personality, and she has with her riches and prudence and all the wonderful people with her. And she's the one still giving the advice. I am telling you what I own. If you were to choose between a simple life that is in order and in sync with the universe and in sync with law, choose it over a rich life that has headache. So listen to wisdom. Remember what we said, or coach said, wisdom gives what wisdom gets. Verse 17, better a bread crust shared in love than a slab of prime rib served in hate. Eat in love over, eat small in love over eating big in hatred. Verse 18, hot tempers start fights. A calm, cool spirit keeps the peace. Something tempted me today. Oh. What was that? Who was that? I remember there was one temptation today that I felt like responding with small hot temper. And then oh yes, the guy I'm trying to make some t-shirts with. I'd been asking him he was supposed to have given me the mock-up last night. So this morning I just put that finger sign up saying, what about this, our conversation? And then he said, good morning, ma. I felt like responding to him, I don't need your good morning. I need my mock-ups. That's, and not like in an angry way, just in a, I mean, don't greet me, Joe. Where are my mock-ups? But I said, he can't see me. He might not take it the way I write it. So even if I write it and I put a laughter sign, I really don't know why he didn't send it. So I decided to just give him thumbs up and sign. He now say, ma, don't be angry. Oh, sorry, my laptop went off and has refused to come on. I say, yeah, okay. When a workman is telling the laptop didn't come on, that's serious business. That's like me telling you that what happened now. My microphone did not work in a hall of 2,000 people. Even though I have titanium in Daboski voice, I mean, I don't think I want to shout in a room that can seat more than 500 people per time. That microphone has to come and work. Oh. If not, everybody will sit down there and do praise and worship. So, well, I had to understand. Else, hot temper will start a fight. At least you could have asked me what and why. You didn't have to just come and shout at me this early morning. Do you know what even happened? Me that was trying to fight has started. Verse 19 says, the path of lazy people is overgrown with briars. What's this word? Thorns, eh? But this one now, how is it pronounced? Briars. Okay. The path of lazy people is overgrown with briars, but the diligent walk down a smooth road. Thank you, Faith. You say it's thorns. When you work hard, you smoothen the road for yourself. I was at this radio station almost all day today. By the way, I'm now on radio. Woo! I host the 10-minute show called Positive Affirmations every weekday, 6 a.m. on Radio Now 95.3 FM. Yay! So I went to record some of the shows today. And thank you. They were amazed at how much I had no scripts, and they were the ones giving me topics. They would just say, okay, talk about fight. That was the last one we recorded before I left. Fight. So I would just sit down, look. Define a fight. What's fight? What do you need to fight? How can you fight? This, that. Okay, 5 W's, 1 H. All right, let's record. And I would speak for the entire 10 minutes without breaking, without stopping sometimes. And they're like, how is it that you just speak like that without thinking? Diligence. I've done my work over the years. I haven't been lazy, at the risk of sounding immodest. If it's about my space, if it's about speaking in the area that I say is my space, I've done the work. I often admonish the young people around me. I say, in that area that you say is your field, so you tell me you are a graphic artist, graphic designer, or you are a, what's that thing now? Whatever it is that you say is your field. Know so much about that, your field, to the point where it almost seems like you know everything. So that way, if you say you're a graphic designer, fantastic. If I come to ask you about designing websites and you don't know too much about it, I won't be angry with you because you never said websites was your field. But if I ask you certain questions about graphics, like if I tell you to give me what's that code? There's a something code, they call it, a document that has all the fonts, has all the colors for your brand. It's one name. I've been trying to think about this name for. If I ask you about it and you say you're a graphic designer and you don't know that one, I'll be looking at you like, you've not diligently done the work. So if I give you certain tasks, you may not have smooth road because you will be seeing thorns everywhere. You've not done the work. So instead of having smooth road, it will be a thorny path. There'll be so many challenges. So diligence does make the hex code. That's it. The funny man. Hey, hex code. Hex. You see? Hex. So printers know what hex code is. Grinders, graphic artists know what hex code is. So if you say, I'm the best graphic artist, something about, and I say, okay, please give me the hex code for the design you made yesterday. You say, hair, ma, you say hair, my hair. I say, no, hex code. Hex. Is it X you're trying to say with H factor? Is it? Oh, you mean your former code, your X code? Ah, we'll have a field day of laughter. Yeah. Gain mastery in that your field. Do what? Your field. Gain mastery in your field. Be knowledgeable in your niche. Gain mastery in your field. Gain mastery in your field. Gain mastery in your field. Ewo, mastery in your field. Gain mastery in your field. In your field. In your field. In your field, though, your field. Mastery in your field. Verse 20. I love this one. Intelligent children make their parents proud. Lazy students embarrass their parents. Not too long ago, I was taught to read on the first, wow, it's already 2 weeks ago. On the 1st of December, when my son graduated from secondary school and he graduated as best graduating student, I wasn't expecting it, but it was so amazing. I mean, who sat around us? I felt sorry for them because I shouted, me and my sister-in-law, my mom, we were all there. We were shouting, screaming all through. I just said they go don't tire. It was called priding. We were priding in the boy, or is he prouding? We were so proud. Intelligent children make parents proud. So this brings me home. When you are intelligent, when we are intelligent, when we are doing well and excelling and exploring and exploiting the mastery in our fields, will God be proud of us or no? He will be. He will be. He wants us to succeed. He wants us to excel. He wants us to be the best, make the most, have the highest, win it all. He actually wants it. And on the day, like on the 1st of December, when I was watching David there, of course, when he was asked to come out to receive his prize, we were told to come out to join him. It was like, oh, parents, family, please come join him. And we went out to join him. But I didn't receive the prize. No, it wasn't mine. It was his. They didn't say, oh, he's your son, he bears your name. No. He could have thanked me, which he did later. I think he sent me a message the next day or so. Or he sent me a message after he had come back to Lagos. I had gone to Abuja. He sent me a message to just say thank you for everything you've done, something like that. Was I threatened by the fact that he was standing there receiving the awards? No, I was proud. I was too proud to even know if my name was mentioned or not. It was all about him. I wanted to be in his picture. I wanted everyone to see that Nami Bonam. But it was about him. So when we need to shine in the victories that we have, the victories that we have achieved, God or threatened about sharing his glory. No. Sometimes we don't want to acknowledge the work we've done. When somebody asks you, oh, wow, or says to you, hey, precious, congratulations, or funny man, you tried, you say, not God, oh, not God. God is like, no, it's not quite me there. You should say thank you. When people hail you, say thank you. Because the work you did, I gave you breath, I gave you life, I gave you grace, but you see that work, you. So don't be so quick to say na God out of what we perceive to be humility. So if somebody now asks you, how did you get this done? You say, I don't even know, it was just God. No, that is that is not true. If you sit down and think through, you will know exactly what you did to get the result. You can say, I read 5 hours every day. I did tutorials 2 hours every day. I committed like this. I cut off this social activity. I did that. I did this. And that's how I got the result. AKA, you write a book. you teach a course. That way you are able to multiply and replenish the victory that you had. Once you win, look back and see how you won. That way you can teach somebody to win again. Be fruitful, multiply, replenish. The moment you say, "Nah, God," you automatically stop the ability or the process that will take you from being fruitful, multiplying, to replenishing, which is helping other people achieve the growth that you have achieved. I was the MC at an event organized by Ajib 2 years ago or last year. And one of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, was speaking. And he said NCDMB constantly organizes trainings for people. And some of them will attend these trainings, then they will get placed in companies to work. And when people ask them, "Sis, how did you get this job?" But they just say, "Na God, though, na God. I don't even know, na God." He said, "Stop doing that to us. You applied, went online and applied. Then you were shortlisted. Then you came for interview. Then you came for 4 months training. Then you succeeded, because not everybody succeeded enough to get a job. Then you get the job, we place you, and you just say, 'Na God.' No. You should show people to go to our website and also get the opportunity to come in. But when you just attribute it to God without acknowledging the role you had to play with your intelligence, then you cut short somebody else's ability or opportunity to multiply that which you have done. If it's clear to you, if you understand what I'm saying, please write clear. Clear being CLEAR, not CLAIRE. Are you there? But anyone you write, I'll collect. Please write clear. Cheers. Tonight I'm drinking So Fresh smoothie. Wow. They just celebrated 10th year anniversary. I mean, business is growing. It's sweet though. Sweet. Pineapple. What else is in here? Thank you all. I see all your clears. Hey, Rosemary, I see your clear. Thank you all. So, as intelligent children that we are, we make God proud. When we can teach somebody else out of our intelligence, we multiply and replenish. Clear. Great. Verse 21. The empty-headed treat life as a plaything. The perceptive grasp its meaning and make a go of it. I had a coaching call with my coach on phone this morning. I'm sure we're on the phone for an hour or so, a little over an hour. And she showed me some places where I had been treating my life as a plaything. Man, I was stripped bare. It shook me up. It almost messed up my day. But I remembered immediately that the mirror is just supposed to show you where you are now. If I bring out here, I have this mirror here, and I look into the mirror, this mirror shows me what to adjust. This mirror doesn't show me that I'm useless or I'm ugly, or it just shows me, oh, you might need to rub some powder. The mirror doesn't lie, it's objective. Oh, there's some zit here. Oh, I might need to rub something here. There's some small pimple here or there. Oh, there's even something in my eye. Then I get the tissue and I remove the thing from my eye. Oh, my second eye. Oh, thank you. And then it helps you remove it. What you may not have seen until you look into the mirror. This process where we are going through right now, I know that some of us have been excavating some of our truths, some of our past. We've been confronted with some things that have threatened us, annoyed us, slapped us. It's a mirror, like my coaching session this morning. The mirror cannot destroy you. The mirror just shows you what to adjust. So the mirror shows you to button up. Okay. Oh, I missed this button here. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. This strand of hair was out of place. And then you put it in place. And then when you're in place, you drop the mirror. Perceptive will grasp the meaning of life and make a go of it. From the word, from this study, you understand life, understand meanings more, and then you can make a go of it. So, verse 22 says, refuse good advice and watch your plans fail. Take good counsel and watch them succeed. That's exactly what happened to me at the end of the call today. Ah, as soon as I could see where I am, it was easier to see how to succeed. Take good counsel. We are prospectors. Look for counsel now. Search for it in a place where you know it is. Don't go to a bookshop to buy a goosey. Don't go to a supermarket to buy a car, except the supermarket is called Koschari's Motors Supermarket. Go to the place where you know what you're looking for will be found. Search for counsel. That is what will help you succeed. Ah, don't go to the bookstore to go and look for plantain chips. It's not there. Plantain chips, you will see it easily in traffic on the road. If that's what you're looking for, not in the name of doing bougie. You now walk all the way to one bookshop, enter, say, please, you people have plantain chips. They will look at you like you're not all right. Some of us have been looking for counsel in places where counsel doesn't exist. Verse 23. Congenial conversation. What a pleasure. The right word at the right time. Beautiful. Congenial conversation. What a pleasure. The right word at the right time. Beautiful. Somebody will soon ask me, what's the meaning of congenial? Congenial and congeal are not the same thing, please. Let's check congenial so that we don't get it twisted. Congenial. Pleasing or liked on account of having qualities or interests that are similar to one's own. So, by all means, if you haven't introduced yourself in the group, introduce yourself and read through the introductions of other people. If you don't have the time during the week, schedule it for sometime in the weekend, because I can bet you there will be some congenial conversations with people in this group because you are heading the same way, you're on the same journey, you're heading towards wiser you. It's pleasing to have the right word at the right time. So beautiful. 24 says, life ascends to the heights for the thoughtful. It's a clean face. It's a clean about face from descent into hell. Let me take that again. Life ascends to the heights for the thoughtful. You think you grow, you get to the topmost part, you get to the echelon. It's a clean about face from descent into hell. Meaning, if you were going down to hell, just because you become more thoughtful, you become wiser, life begins to ascend. You're on the right path. So, everybody, do this with me. Do this with me. If you were going down before, the way some of us came down in 2020, just because of the amount of wisdom that we are getting that is making us more thoughtful, guess what we begin to do now? We begin to ascend. We're going up. Whoosh! We're taking off. We are taking up. So do it with me. If I had come down or if I was on the same level through 2020, guess what now? I'm beginning to climb. I'm beginning to rise in relationship, in financial management, in time management, in the management of my space, in nation building, in relationships, in all that I lay my hands to do, in my business, in my parenting. Guess what? We are rising. We are rising. We're soaring. Do that. Whoosh! Fantastic. It's a clean about face from descent into hell. Verse 26, 25. God smashes the pretensions of the arrogant. He stands with those who have no standing. If we keep trying to stand by ourselves, pretending like we are all that, oh gosh, so guided by our egos, before you know it, we'll be so smashed down. The law will break us down. Because in standing with ego, in being so egotistic, we tend to break law. We tend to go out of order. But if you will stand humble, knowing that power belongs to from God, open and ready to be corrected and move on, then God stands with us. The law stands with us. Order stands with us. Verse 26 says, God can't stand evil scheming, but he puts words of grace and beauty on display. If you continue to stand, if you continue to scheme evil, he'll walk away from you. But words of grace and beauty he puts on display, he shares to the world to see. So please don't leave this journey of wisdom that we are on that makes us more graceful and beautiful. Guess what? He will put us on heights on display for the world to see. A greedy and grasping person destroys community. Those who refuse to exploit live and let live. If all you do is take, please, everybody pause right there. Look, as we're talking about greedy and grasping person, please don't think about somebody else who is not here. No. Think about where we here have been greedy and grasping. Please, we're not speaking about our family members who are not here. Just say, I wish Brother Joe was here to listen to this. Hey, I wish Sister Mati was here to listen to this. No. Where have you been greedy and grasping? It's a mirror, just looking. If you've not had such you've not been greedy or grasping, that's fine. But if there have been places where you have been, just look into the mirror and make the adjustments. Those who refuse to exploit, leave and let leave. Leave and let leave. Please write it there. Leave and let leave. Leave and let everybody leave. Let everybody enjoy. See, when you're driving on the road, especially in Lagos, and people are constantly trying to put their heads in front of you, get their cars in front of you, leave and let leave. Most times, the difference in time between letting somebody else come in front of you and drive ahead of you, between where you are and where you're going, the difference in time is like 22 seconds. There was the day I counted it. Years ago, I was on Gerard Road in Ikoyi, and that was when I was training myself to calm down when I drive and give other people opportunity. Stop being in a hurry. Stop trying to drag road with people. That was 2014. And I was at Gerard, these cars that were coming out from Banana Island. And somebody was trying to come in, and I slowed down and let 3 or 4 cars come in, and I started counting. By the time the fourth car passed, we were just on 22 seconds. As in, it didn't even touch 1 minute of my life. That day I laughed and I said, Joyce, get the facts. Gather the facts. The facts will show you where you are being foolish. The fact showed me that dragging with people on the road is actually foolish, because most times allowing them go in is 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 6. But I allowed 4 cars go in 22 seconds. Can you imagine? Leave and let leave, please. That way, you're not even stressed. You're not even angry again. Before they will drag and enter your front, you'll be like, look at them. Nonsense. See, your temper's rising. Only you by yourself inside your car. Meanwhile, you're playing a song that is saying, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Oh, I'm blessed. King shall come to my rising. And the next thing, what's this nonsense people? They won't even face their front. I am favored and graced. What's wrong with them? They're just entering my front anyhow. In all I do, I shall prosper. Everything I touch shall be blessed. Live and let live. You are blessed. Stay with the blessing. Stop strangling. Stop strangling for people who are driving in your front. Sometimes you see the car in front of you stops to let somebody else get in. You start horning. What's wrong with you? Me that was behind you. Don't know. I think I don't know where I'm going to. Look, if you will count it, auntie, uncle, 30, 1 minute. Bad as he bad, 2 minutes. Kings shall come to my rising. For I am favored and graced. Yeah. In all I do, I shall think I touch shall be blessed. Verse 28 says, prayerful answers come from God, loyal people. The wicked are sewers of abuse. That's the thing we call soak away pits. Prayerful answers come from people who obey the law. The wicked are like sewers of abuse. People will continue to abuse them. They're a collection. They gather it. That's not for us. Verse 29, God keeps his distance from the wicked, from those who do twisted things, from those who do things upside down. God keeps his distance, because at some point you might blame him too, and he'll be like, no, I was not with you when you were twisting things upside down. So he keeps his distance. He closely attends to the prayers of those who keep the law, who are God loyal. Are you seeing what's going on here? Can you see the repetition? Can you see how much time wisdom is repeating herself, reminding us, if you want God on your side, if you want the universe on your side, if you want the law on your side, if you want order on your side, just keep order, stick with the law, and stay loyal to God. He will stay with you. Wisdom gives what wisdom gets. God comes near to those who come near to him. That's what wisdom is, sitting with us, sipping smoothie and telling us, cheers. What are you drinking tonight? Verse 30 says, a twinkle in the heart and good news makes you feel fit as a fiddle. So how about we all decide to be good news bearers? If good news makes people fit as as a fiddle. I want to be part of other people's share good news. I want to give good news. I want to give hope. See, this here, right here, is the reason why I have never ever liked to just sit down and complain about what's happening in Nigeria, what they didn't do, what they didn't do, what they didn't do, what they didn't do. On Friday, we're about to share good news and make people feel fit as a fiddle because we're going into Appreciation Friday and celebrating those who are exhibiting good governance in Nigeria. Whew, I'm excited. By the end of the day, many of us will have twinkles in our eyes because we'll have joy in our hearts because we did something right. Doing things right brings joy. So let's stick with it. Wisdom repeat to us. Take good advice if you want to live well. If you don't want to live well, then do as you like. But if you want to live at peace, have all your needs met, have enough to share to the world, have a good life, then listen to good advice. Don't play with it. Pan for it like you're panning for gold. Listen to good advice if you want to live well, like an honored guest amongst wine. Verse 32, An undisciplined, self-willed life is puny. Whoo! Joyce, hear word. Hear puny. Puny meaning slight or inferior in power, in size, or importance. Weak. A life that has no discipline is weak. It means it can be easily destroyed when we are constantly self-willed. We were not really created to be self-willed, where everything I want to do is for myself, by myself, concluded by myself. Even Jeff Bezos has advisors. He hires some of the most intelligent men and women from around the world to sit around his table and work with him. If you've read that book, what's that his book? The Everything Store. I read that book maybe 5 or 6 years ago where he was telling his story about how they would sit in their rooms and have brainstorming sessions and, sift out. He said, yes, I might still have the final word, but I needed to hear from the other intelligent people in the room. I can't always be the most intelligent person in the room. I will fail. No, I will fail. If I'm constantly the smartest in the room, I will fail. Joyce, listen, if you're constantly the smartest in the room, self-willed and without discipline, no more. An obedient, God-willed life has room, is spacious, can grow, is strong, is competent, is viable. I shall not have a weak life. I'll have a spacious life, a strong life. Verse 33, which is our last verse for tonight, says, fear of God is a school in skilled living. If you can fear God, you have started learning how to live a skilled life, an ordered life. Any skill comes from understanding the laws that guide that skill and the order that guide it. If you learned how to drive, you will understand how to listen to your engine when you need to change gears. You would know when to use your accelerator law. You would know when to use your trafficator, your indicator law. You would know how to adjust your mirror to give you the right perspective law. You would know how to use the mirrors on both sides law. You will understand how to use your AC or not law. You will understand that you should check the engine every now and again. It's saying that fear of God is a school in skilled living. Learning to drive a car and becoming a professional at driving it has taken you through a school of skilled living. Learning to understand law, God, order is a school in itself in skilled living, because God has a lot of laws. So if you're able to successfully walk with Him, you are better off. First, you learn humility. Then you experience glory. To learn humility is not easy. So if you do learn it, you've been through school. Humility. Humility means the quality of having a modest view of one's importance. Freedom from pride or arrogance. Accepting that you did the hard work, collecting the prize, yet not being arrogant because you don't feel you are better than anybody else. You just feel, well, I worked hard, I got rewarded. If they had worked hard too, they would have gotten rewarded. Not nobody else here would have done what I did. First, we learn humility, then we experience glory. Humility is setting alarms to remind you to check the productivity of your day, and not assuming that because you are a GM, MD, CEO, CTO, CMO, CNO, CLO, COO, CFO, CIA. Not assuming that because you're all that, you know that your day is productive. No. Humility is owning your power, yet doing what ought to be done, and not regarding or discounting process because of how far you've come. If you haven't set your alarms to check the audit of your day, to check the flow of your money, to check your thanksgiving and gratitude, to check when to bless the city, please do it. And when we live with this structure for a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years, we begin to experience some kinds and levels of glory that indeed are waiting for as many as will do the work. The fear of God is a school in skilled living. First, you own your power. You do what ought to be done, and then you experience glory. It's a privilege for me to have you with me here every evening. Anika Nabasi, thank you so much for that. It's a privilege having you here every evening. Step out of your schedules to come sit with me in this study of mine. The truth is, I don't know if I would have been this committed to studying my book of wisdom every morning and evening the way I have done this month if you were not here with me. I may have just done it not as skilled or as skillfully as this. So thank you. Because for everything that we've discussed here, for you, it has also been a blessing to me. So thank you for blessing me with your presence to keep me grounded to study. Thank you for keeping me accountable, for always being on time. Thank you for inviting your friends, your family members. You have been paying for people every day per second. Well, per hour, we're receiving payments. People are paying and bringing in family and friends. Thank you. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, we have our guest, Boye Ajayi, who is the country manager, CFAO Yamaha, the youngest CEO they have across the world in that group of companies. Very smart, intelligent, sold out to God. And he'll be here to share. I'm intrigued by people like him who are young yet not young. They've understood skillful living. Let's learn from him and see what he will also expose to us from our friend Wisdom. So please be here by 6. Send a text to the people you have invited, the people who you have registered for, who you have paid for. Please just send them reminders to be here at 6. Please. Just tell them, please be there at 6. And we will be here together to the glory of God. I see all your thanks. Thank you. Mbana. Sosong eti eti. Nagode, so say. Shegon. Igbo is what? Dalushinne. Which other one haven't I spoken? Let me stop there. Abi. Have a good night. Medase. What language is Medase? Thanks a gazillion. Have a good night. Sasong eti eti. Kotokpe. Rest well. See you in the morning. Good night and God bless.